There are 18 different types of Pokemon, and today, I'm going to try and hunt them all. Hi, I'm Rob, and I've started doing challenges to complete my Shiny Living Dex. Today I'm giving myself 6 hours to hunt Pokemon that represent every typing. If a Pokemon is dual type like Alolan Grimer maybe, foreshadowing, then that would count for both Dark and Poison. And, as a usual rule for my challenges, if I don't manage to catch them all in the 6 hours, I have to release everyone I've caught today. So, no more delays, let's see how I went. First sandwich I made was the classic Poison one, so I could hunt for Alolan Grimer, Oddish, and Bulbasaur again. But, if you watched the last video that I made, you know I have a hard time finding Shiny Bulbasaur, and this run was no different. But, the sandwich wasn't a complete waste. I did manage to catch my Grimer with its little yellow beard, and that means Poison and Dark is checked off the list. Next, I went for normal type, as I was aiming for Girafarig or maybe a nice Tauros. And after about half the sandwich and no luck finding either of them, I remembered Girafarig spawns a lot easier in the Area 0. So I headed on over, and within no time I managed to catch myself a blue nose reindeer, knocking Psychic and normal typing off my list. With 4 types down in only 2 sandwiches, I was feeling pretty confident this time that I would complete my challenge and get to keep all my shinies. Which is good because I needed both of these for the Living Dex. Would my luck continue though? Next on the list of hunts was ground typing. I thought I would check the spot where I was trying to get Bulbasaur and see if it was Bulbasaur that was the issue or whether I just couldn't find Pokemon in that spot. But within 8 minutes I figured out it was Bulbasaur's fault because I caught myself a little sparkly one-hump camel. That means 6 of 8 typings are done now that I found fire and ground. I spent the rest of the sandwich going for Alolan Diglett to try and sort out steel typing, but nothing showed up, which isn't a big deal because I'm already on 6 out of 18. But can I continue this momentum? Fighting was the next choice of sandwich, and I was aiming for Great Tusk. Now I know it's part of the ground type, so I would have doubled up on that typing, but have you seen Shiny Great Tusk? I feel like it's fair. Wasn't long until I caught my Great Tusk, and that means fighting was also checked off the list. And I still had a lot of time left on the sandwich. So I decided I would step into the world of professional wrestling and go for a nice luchador. So I went up into the mountains and looked for the best one. And before I know it, I caught this evil looking Rey Mysterio. And being a high flyer, that means flying type is also sorted. That brings the total to 8 out of 18 now, with still 3.5 hours left. So I'm on track, but it's slowing down a little bit. Will the second half be just as successful? Next few sandwiches I went for Fairy and Ice. I really wanted either Tinkatink or Lapras. But unfortunately both those sandwiches didn't work and I was now running out of time. So the next sandwich I needed at least 1 dual typing. I decided to go with Dragon since there are a couple dual types that I like. And I started off with Alolan Exeggutor. That took almost the whole sandwich, but I did manage to get my nice palm tree. So that's now Dragon and Grass taken care of, and that is 10 out of the 18 I need. With about an hour and a half to go, so I do need more dual typings. I went with the water typing next, since there are a lot of water Pokemon in this game, and I figured I could find a few dual types that I needed. But apparently there isn't enough water Pokemon, because I found nothing. So I quickly moved on to steel typing for some of the Pokemon in the area, but was it too late? I did find a nice shiny green Scizor. I love the way this one shines. My Scizor wasn't too impressed, so it took a few cheap shots before I was able to catch it. That means Bug and Steel were added to the list, so 12 out of 18 were caught, but only about an hour and 15 minutes to go, and I needed 3 more dual types. Is that even possible? Well, it turns out it's not. I spent the whole time hunting Pokemon and found 0 shinies for the rest of the hunt. So, that brings the total to 7 Pokemon caught for 12 typings. So unfortunately now I do have to release them all, and that means no progress towards the Living Dex. Bit annoying, but I will be back in the next challenge to hopefully redeem them. Thank you for watching, I hope you all liked it, and please subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.